Colin, I'm in a special mood today.
Yeah?
I'm in a mood where I want to golf, but more so than that, I would like to see some cringe. Here we go.
Well, I got
like
that
to hear some
prepared
cringe,
just for you.
You got the thing just for me?
Yeah, we posted a Google form on Twitter today asking for you guys to submit some cringe confessions. Well, anonymous confessions that we were hoping are cringe. And we're gonna read some of the ones we got.
Yeah, I haven't read any of them. From what Colin's told me so far, they're just weird for the most part.
They're not the best. Some of you guys have some skeletons in your closet you need to sort out, but
all right. So,
let's get into this.
Let me hear one. I'm just gonna do some golfing while in the meantime.
Okay, I'll read the first one out. About a year ago, I was going to my local community college that still had a mandatory face mask, all the COVID social distancing requirements, and all that at the time. Now, I want it to be known that I am very prone to nosebleeds, and I also live in the dry Arizona desert. So I often have a big nosebleed once every 2 to 3 weeks. In school classes, the nosebleeds don't cause too much problems. If I have one, I can usually let the professor know, and they tell me to go to the bathroom and finish cleanup, and then come back when I can. Easy peasy. However, there is one nosebleed I had in class that is a day I will always remember. It was about the 4th week of biology, and that day was mostly devoted to learning about various reproductive systems and types and that sort.
Okay.
My professor...
Yeah.
Oh. You want me to continue?
No, yeah, continue. Sorry, I'm thinking myself as I listen to this.
My professor was on the slide and part of the lecture going over asexual reproductive methods when I noticed that I started to smell iron, meaning I will start bleeding very soon. It is at that very moment my professor then goes, "Alrighty fellas, let's get into the good stuff," and then changes to the slide that is about sexual reproduction. At this point, I start to feel the blood going down my nose, and I am about to raise my hand to ask if I can go to the bathroom. But then as my teacher starts lecturing about sexual reproduction methods and such, he plays a video of lions fucking on the big screen.
Oh my god.
At that moment, I start thinking, wait, would it look weird if I asked to go to the bathroom while that is playing? I figured that if I let the professor know that it's a nosebleed, he'll let me go. But then I remember and think, ain't getting a nosebleed a trope or something in anime that means a character is horny or something like that? If I tell the class that I have a nosebleed, will they think I'm getting horny over animals fucking? And so out of fear, I decided in that moment to wait for the nosebleed since no one will know due to my face mask. The rest of the lecture on the topic lasts about 10 minutes as my mask is filling with blood and I start struggling to breathe as the blood begins to dry.
No way he just sat there through all of that. Oh
I am struggling but still surviving and nobody knows. The professor finishes his lecture, says, "Alrighty then, it's time for y'all's quiz. This one is time limited, 10 questions in 15 minutes. It's really easy stuff, don't worry. Y'all are free to go after it finishes. Time starts 2 minutes from now. Get your laptops, yada, yada, yada." What's it called? They rushed through the quiz as fast as they could. I end up finishing in 7 minutes. After that, I pack my backpack. I try to stroll out of the classroom as casual as I can, but before I leave, the professor waves to me and goes, "Hey, Dan, hold up a minute." I freeze in fear. He stares down at some papers for a minute and then looks back and says, "Oh, actually, never mind. See you Thursday." I silently wave back as my mouth is filled of drying blood. I continue walking out. The moment the door closed, I sprint to the bathroom. Once I am in front of the mirror checking to see that the bathroom is empty, I take off my mask and it looks like something out of a horror movie. I looked like cannibal or something, as my nostrils to the bottom of my chin are covered in dry blood. It took me a solid 10 minutes to get fully clean up, and it felt like I was trying to hide evidence of a murder or something. So yeah, that's the first one, which is
Dude, I dropped
quite
my
honestly insane.
Dude, okay, you can just leave. You can just
Yeah.
ask to go to the bathroom, and no one will think this guy's turned on by this.
I'm also like,
if you're like a repeat nosebleeder, people will get it. People understand.
yeah, it's two things. They don't know you're nosebleeding because your mask is on.
That's another great point, actually.
So you can just say, I gotta go. And then like, also it's college. Like they're not gonna hold you there.
College, they literally do not care. Going
Yeah,
up is
so
genuinely optional in college.
I feel like there was some options there that could have been better than just suffocating yourself in your own blood because you saw an anime and you didn't want to be pointed out.
Yeah, why are you also assuming that your classmates have seen anime too?
Yeah.
I think that's like a pretty big issue here.
Like, that's just insane. I mean,
So weird, man. Hey, okay. The professor didn't notice, so that's one dub. We
good
get
on you
that.
for not getting caught.
That's another big thing, actually.
But-
Not getting caught's big.
Holy
God.
shit, that is like panic for no reason.
Yeah, you probably made things worse.
Yeah.
Nice on.
Like, I don't know, dude. At that point, like, if somebody sees you, you have to explain why you didn't go to the bathroom at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Nice touch.
Damn. All right, I don't want to hear any more of these, but give me the next one, Colin.
Okay. Where is this? Okay. For context, I'm straight. In 2023 years ago, yeah, absolutely great start. In 2023 years ago, I was in VC with my friends. We were talking about Mario games, and I changed the subject to specifically Bowser's Inside Story. I do really love that game. I love the Mario and Luigi series in general, and I feel like the game is the pinnacle of the whole series. When I was pressed into why I like the game so much, I jokingly answered, "Oh, because of the Bowser Vor. I love Bowser Vor." I thought they would recognize this as a joke. They did not. For the past 3 years, they have believed two core things about me. I am in love with Bowser. I love Vor. I have tried explaining to them many times that no, I do not like either of these things, but they refuse to listen to me. They genuinely think this, and I don't know what I can do to convince them otherwise. Please help me. How do I convince this?
I'll be honest, it sounds like you're just into Bowser War at this point.
3 years? It's kind of like you're cemented.
How often are you making this joke? Like, have you looked on the inside yet? Like,
3 like what? I don't know why the Bowser I guess like it's a joke, but it's like
Nice on.
why were they pressing you about how much you love Bowser's Inside Story? There's so many
I feel like
holes.
this person is absolutely leaving out details. It's like whenever somebody breaks up with like their girlfriend's like, oh yeah, she's insane, but they never say what she did that made her insane.
Yeah,
that gives me this types of vibe.
that
Like,
is wild. Just 3 years of getting called the Bowser Vor guy. I just like
you can always
I'd find a new friend group.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Nice par.
I think that's the real solution here. Find better friends. Friends that.
Yeah, it would be over.
But it sounds like they accept you at the very least. So like, I wouldn't say that's cringe as much as it is you really need to work on your delivery to where they know it's a joke, or you need to realize that they're joking.
Yeah, I feel like you probably said it in a way that is like
Like I really like Bowser War, guys. Like I
maybe
really like
you
that
like
shit.
something else that's similar, and that's why they believe it. I don't know, but yeah, that is quite the situation to be put in.
Maybe like Kirby War or something. I don't know. Like, I'm sure there's.
I don't
plenty
know
of that.
why you let that go on for 3 years.
Yeah,
Nice
that's
on.
that's a joke that you liked, man.
If I was annoyed by that and it was going on for 3 years, I'd either A, leave that friend group, or B, have a sit down talk. Like,
But guys, I have a confession. All right, I really don't like Bowser War. I don't know. All right, are we? Wait, is this problem solving? I thought that this. Comments, somebody on the internet can also leave a great suggestion for what Bowser Vor guy should do to be not known as the Bowser Vor guy.
Okay, let's get into the next one. Back when my mom was an elementary school teacher, she just finished a really terrible span of weeks. Just everything you could imagine going wrong as a teacher went wrong. And it got so bad that she told me she considered quitting. I felt bad, so I went on Rate My Teacher, giving her an anonymous 5-star rating, saying she was the best, most fun teacher at her school. The next day, I sent it to her, pretending I found it on my own, and she was so excited. This was years ago, and she still brings it up. Proud of how much some random 8-year-old student must have loved her teaching. I felt bad knowing that her happiness came from my fake review. I'm glad to see my mom happy. She stuck to the job for a couple more years and had a great time, so I guess it all worked out. That's just wholesome. Like,
yeah, this is like cringe. What's the cringe in this?
Well, it's not like cringe confessions. It's just anonymous confessions, but...
Oh, yeah, like, I did this good deed.
I don't know. It's just any sort of confession, but this is just like a wholesome confession. I don't think there's anything bad with, like, it being a fake review. I think that's just sweet.
I was hoping someone was gonna get like exposed or something. That's
I read like part of this and I thought it was gonna be like I left my mom a terrible review on her Rate My Teacher and she got fired, and I was like, oh lord.
They realized there was people were lying about it. You don't do Rate My Professor for fucking elementary school though. That's like what I'm like caught up on.
Maybe there is like a I know there's like a different rating teacher site for like for other schools, because I definitely looked up my high school teachers.
Oh, okay. See, I would always just ask like older siblings and stuff about high school teachers like growing up. The only like Rate My Professor is kind of helpful like later on, but it's not. The college I went to was small, so I didn't really have options.
Yeah, no, I found my elementary school on Rate My Teachers.
Shit.
So
I need to check. I mean, all the teachers that I actually had are probably like not dead, just retired.
Yeah.
But I mean, nice story from them. I don't tell your mom ever though. Don't ever tell your mom.
Yeah, that's something that like
to the grave.
Take that to the grave.
If you are
but
on
it's not like
deathbed,
a horrible thing to bring to the grave. I don't think like that's something you should like overthink about. Like my mom's entire happiness is built on a lie. Like.
Yeah, maybe your mom makes you mad someday, and then you can fire back with it. You know?
You know that Rate My Teacher review from elementary school? It was fake. That was me.
It was fake. Everyone hated you, and you should have quit. But I was nice to you to buy me an Xbox, Mom. I think that
yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, go with that.
Xbox out of this. All right. See, we fixed that.
Look at that. Okay. Where is a good one? I'm trying to see. Okay, when I was around 8 to 10 years old, I played a lot of online. I played a lot of an online game called Animal Jam. It was much like Club Penguin, but with more animals. A lot of people on that game loved to roleplay, including me. One type starts in the adoption center, not officially named that, but many people used to start adoption roleplays. I loved being the adoptee. So I would sit in the corner looking very sad because I have no family, wanting someone to adopt me. Eventually, I either get adopted or give up because no one wanted me.
This sounds so fake.
And a roleplay starts with my parent taking care of virtual little me. It usually never lasts more than an hour, so I go back and get adopted again. This is what I did for many days. Even when I stopped playing Animal Jam, I went on a social media app called Amino and roleplayed as Five Nights at Freddy's characters. Oh my lord.
Okay, that part's too real to not be. I thought this was all fake, but that part sounds real.
Oh man.
The roleplay, that sounds very real. I think the rest of that was hyperbole. Roleplaying as Five Nights at Freddy's sounds very real.
Oh man, did you? That's just... I can't throw too much shade because they're like 8 to 10. That's really young. But wow, that is a...
Colin, this is the internet, all right? We're allowed to throw as much shade as we want.
That is crazy. I just love the sentence. Like, it would never last more than an hour, so I would go back to the adoption center and get adopted again.
Just wanted to get adopted every day.
Yeah. Oh my lord. That is
Do people? What is that site? Animal Jam? Is that still up? I've never heard of that.
I think so.
That's why I'm
It was like
not
a
convinced.
really popular game.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
it's
you can
still a
vouch for
thing.
the game. Okay.
I can't vouch. I never played it, but
I can't believe there's an adoption simulator in this game, whatever it is. But
no, it wasn't an it was just like a set, like just a place that people would go to and call it an adoption center because they would just role play.
Dude, I'm glad I was not on the internet whenever I was a kid. I'm just really glad I was not on the internet as a kid. No fucking shot.
What? Okay. Let's go to another one. In 4th grade, Pokemon cards were a big deal. One day I was trying to trade with this one kid who had a Lucario EX card. I liked Lucario a lot because of Smash Bros. So I was willing to trade anything for that card. I was about to trade my Charizard EX, Salamence EX, and a couple of regular cards for Lucario when he asked for one more card to be thrown in, my Mewtwo EX card, which as a kid felt like the rarest thing in the world. I really wanted that Lucario card, so I agreed and we traded. It was only after that one of my friends told me that he was bragging about how bad he scammed me. I was very mad. So in revenge mode, I made an anonymous tip that this kid was a part of an underground fight club during recess. He, along with everyone else that was at their fight club, got suspended for a week. And you know what? I don't feel bad. Fuck you, Greg.
No, fuck Greg. Fuck Greg. Greg is such a fake name. But
that is crazy.
No, I respect the fuck out of that. I respect the fuck out of that.
I also have some respect for Greg. Like, if he really got you to pony up that many EX cards for one Lucario, I mean...
He did have a hustle, but I'm glad that both... There's only heroes in this story is what I mean.
Yeah.
There's only heroes here. Like...
That is...
That's so funny, man. I'm glad that people are still scamming cards.
Was there anonymous tip things at your school? I've never had like an anonymous tip line or anything.
We never had that type of shit. But to me, what that sounds like is that he like talked to the teacher on duty at recess. Like you know, like there's the teachers that stand outside and make sure kids don't kill themselves. Like I gotta imagine he like was talking to one of them, right? Like
I don't know.
That's the only anonymous tip place that makes sense to me.
That is wild, dude. Greg got suspended for a week for the best scam of his life.
Dude, I mean, from the sounds of it, it sounds like Greg got off, like, pretty well, because he got your Mewtwo. Okay, so he got your Mewtwo, and he also didn't have to go to school for a week.
He got a week off school.
And do you know how easy that lie is to explain to his parents, too? Like, I'm not in a fight club. Like you're not gonna get in trouble for that. Like, I think you have to like be a little bit more heinous with that, but that's not cringe. That's not cringe. That's only like heroes in that story.
Yeah. Okay, you ready? You ready for this one?
Oh no.
I hate Miiverse. I remember having one particularly rough day, and I just wanted to end my day playing a little Pikmin 3 for the Wii U. Just to set the record straight, I am very, very good Pikmin player. When my soldiers march into any battle, they come out unscathed, and I have 100% of that game many times. But just for fun, this one time, I wanted them to suffer in my place.
What?
So to release my rage, I sent them to their deaths. Ultimately, the end of their lives was posted onto Miiverse. I put pictures of my Pikmin drowning with the captions asking for advice on why my Pikmin can't swim, or that it was bath time. It was very funny. The general reception to the post were that they were funny. Comments consisted of lol, LMAO, etc. Except for one guy who took that shit way too seriously. And he was telling me that now... Oh, wait. He was telling me that's not how I'm supposed to play the game, and I was wrong. I thought it was really funny at the time how this guy would do. Wait, what? How this guy didn't get the joke, and that he would get so bloody pressed by my silly little post. So I did what anyone would do, and I sent him more pictures of Pikmin drowning. This went on for what felt like an hour. I thought it was really funny. I was tired of talking with this guy, so I ended. I told him he's been wasting time arguing to a 12-year-old who's secretly really good at the game. But this time he responds differently. He told me 12-year-olds are not allowed on Nintendo's Wii U social media site Miiverse, and that he was reporting me to the authorities. I didn't really care because that's usually an empty threat. Nintendo deleted my whole account, including all of my online shop data, which deleted every record of a purchase I've ever made on the eShop store.
Oh my god.
My confession is that I was actually 12 and I feel no remorse for my actions. No remorse for lying on the terms of service when I set up my Miiverse account, and no remorse for the Pikmin who lost their lives. In fact, I'd do it again. I'm truly an unhinged individual.
Dude, oh.
Low-key, you deserved it.
You deserve that 100%. No. There's
Yeah.
a hero in this story and it's not you.
Eagle.
Oh my.
I think you deserve to have your account banned.
Yeah, you should not ever admit that you're 12 online. Oh my god.
Yeah, that is... But I feel like only 12-year-olds don't know that to admit that they shouldn't say they're 12 online.
Yeah, I mean, like, dude, think about, like, with Twitch TV nowadays. Like, if you are in a Twitch chat and you jokingly say that you're 12, you instantly get banned.
Yeah.
Like, they're... Like, I don't know. That's kind of funny, though. That's kind of funny that he just sent them more pictures, and... I wouldn't... I'd say it's a little cringe. It's not cringe, though.
No.
That's just being online in the Miiverse era. Colin, wait,
Yeah.
don't you have a famous Miiverse post?
No.
Why do I have like some type of mental connection between you and Miiverse?
Just because I made a tweet about one of my Miiverse posts, but it wasn't like anything viral.
Oh wait, what was the Miiverse post?
I'd have to find it. I don't remember.
Okay, never.
It was just really cringe.
Damn. You know, this is cringe. Mario Golf. Game feels pretty cringe right now. No, wait, they're just toying with me now.
Damn, 0.74. How
No,
far
I
are
don't-
you into like completing this hole?
Nice par.
I'm done. If he misses this... Oh, wow. Oh, okay, never mind. I'm still in this. All right. Give me another story, Colin.
Okay.
Give me another story.
Okay, so my best friend has had this pet fish for maybe 4 years now and absolutely adores it. It's been practically his whole life since he got it, and it's helped him get his life back on track and whatever. So what happened was he went on vacation for a week and asked me to feed the fish. No big deal. Easy, I can feed a fish for a week. I get to his house to feed the fish, and everything's going great for the first like 4 days. But then, as no one expected, something not so great happened. I should also mention he has a dog, a big German Shepherd that is mostly only allowed to be in the living room area in his apartment and not in his bedroom.
Oh, no.
So the stupid shit I did was that I let the dog in the room behind me because I didn't close the door all the way. And then the dog came in and it beelined it for the tank with the fish in it. So this big ass dog comes waltzing in with its eyes set on eating the fuck out of this fish. And I'm not strong enough whatsoever, so I can't do much other than pray. I can hold it back, but this dog calmly approaches the tank, puts its paws on top of it, and spills it entirely on the ground. And then eats it. So I'm freaking out, and the dog is looking at me, licking the wet ground as I get the dog out of the room and give it its toy. So it's distracted for a little bit while I lose my shit in the other room. Thankfully, I remember mostly what was in the tank and the specifics of everything because when my friend got the fish, I was there to help get everything in the car. So after 2 hours of cleaning up broken glass and fish water, I go out and buy another tank, by all the shit that goes in it and buy a similar looking fish. It isn't a perfect match, but hopefully he just won't notice. I come back to his apartment and the dog didn't like the fish and threw it up. So I cleaned up that too.
No.
And then I replaced the tank, water, and fish. After 4 total hours, I finally had everything fixed and cleaned up and can call my friend to tell him an abridged and edited version of what happened. I tell him the dog got sick and I also did some deep cleaning of the tank because there was algae, so some things got moved around. He seemed to believe me, and when I got back, all was great. He never realized the difference. The new fish is still alive too, which is great for me and probably a little weird for him because he assumed it would have been dead by now. I'm thinking...
That feels funny, actually.
Now, what makes this confession extra special is that my friend... Okay, well... That they just said they're a big fan of Alpharad Gold.
Oh.
So there was a chance this guy's just finding out that his fish is a fake.
Congratulations on your new pet. I think that's how you look at it.
That's...
W for
That is
got you
so
a new pet.
dedicated to like replace everything. I don't know if I could go through all that effort for a fish.
Oh, dude, yeah, no, I'm just straight up telling you, yo, yeah, I killed your pet fish. Sorry about you, man.
Like,
But
I feel bad because it's like, oh, this is like an emotional connection to like a fish, and like, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can imagine someone having that big of a connection to a fish because it's like,
it's a fish.
Yeah, it's a fish, and like, fish are like one of those like, just one of those pets that like don't show expression.
They don't have expression. They don't memorize their name. They don't have tricks. They're
Yeah,
not
so I'm like,
no, fish are like, I've had fish growing up. And I've had plenty of pet fish that died. Man, you could have just told them. Also,
yeah,
they had a giant dog, and the fish is what like fixed them. That's weird to me. That's weird to me. I feel like a puppy should be like the emotional support animal, not emotional support fish.
yeah.
You know, maybe I don't know the fish. Maybe I don't know the fish. Maybe he's a cute little guy.
That is crazy. I think like, I don't know. I just can't process being that like emotionally connected to a fish. I have like a friend whose mom just constantly gets koi fish and ends up killing them. And just like always goes back and buys more koi fish. I feel like after like the third pool of koi fish, you kind of got to realize like I am not made for raising these fish.
Yeah, no, like you start explaining that to children that fish and pets are big responsibilities. Some people just shouldn't have pets. Some people shouldn't have fish. You know,
yeah.
A pet rock's nice. A pet rock is always nice.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, Colin. One last question. If you're in this episode right now, how would you end this episode?
By asking you guys to subscribe.
True.